Hey, this is Mark from MTC Media. Well, Kyrie Irving has done it again. For the third time, he has managed to burn down someone's locker room. Let's not get it twisted. He was the issue in Cleveland. First, before LeBron James came back, he was an issue in the locker room with Deion Waiters. After LeBron came back, he was an issue because he said this was supposed to be my organization. And with LeBron being here, I'm going to be number two. So you know what? I can't stand that. Get me out of here. Cleveland placated him, sending him to Boston, where he goes out and he burns down the Celtics locker room. Now the Celtics got out the Kyrie business early enough where it didn't destroy the franchise. And now we're in Brooklyn. The guy determined that he was going to be a part-time player. That's what Kyrie wanted. Full-time paid part-time player. And oh, by the way, at the end of my contract, I'm going to opt out and you need to max me. And when they didn't max him, then it was, well, I'm going to opt in for the 36 million, but essentially I'm planning on expiring. That made his buddy, Kevin Durant, who came up with this silly idea of teaming with Kyrie, now demand a trade on his part with 4 years left on his contract. Really something we have not seen in the NBA, a superstar of that caliber with so much time left on the contract, asking to get out of his contract. And this is all about Kyrie. He disrespected Steve Nash, was holding his own practices. He was talking to Steve Nash, asking about, hey, what's it like to look at Kobe's MVP sitting on your mantle, which obviously, and I do agree with Kyrie, Kobe should have won the MVP that year. That was given to Steve Nash. But Kyrie has been a bugaboo again, and we've never seen such a talented player in the NBA be this disruptive. And it borderlines on being the Terrell Owens of the NBA, and that's sad to say. So what's next for Kyrie? If I'm Brooklyn, he goes where I tell him where to go. I am not going to mess around and placate him like everyone else has placated him. And to be honest, if I'm Brooklyn, I don't placate Kevin Durant. You're 4 years on your contract. I'm sending you out on those 4 years. Now, here's the difference. No matter where you send Kevin Durant, and Durant could be upset, Durant's a baller. He's always going to play. You send Kyrie somewhere he doesn't want to go, he'll be taken off for his birthday, his anniversary, and the anniversary of when he had a hung toenail or something like that. He'll be a part-time player again, so buyer beware. But Kyrie Irving has ran himself or is in the process of running himself out the NBA, not for off-the-court stuff, but because he's a jerk and because he is a guy who's not a team player and he's a guy who's a terrible locker room guy. And before anyone says, well, that's just Kyrie, buyer beware on this. If I'm the NBA governors, after seeing what Ben Simmons and Kyrie Irving did in the next CBA, I'm going to want some protection from the NBPA. And you know what? I'm never a guy who sides with ownership. But in this case, there needs to be some mechanisms put in to protect the NBA governors on this. Because, as always, Kyrie has put himself in a position to slay the goose that laid the golden egg. This is Mark Washington from MTC Media.